Churros. I'll never forget the first time I visited Mexico. From a quiet shack on the side of the road, I had one of the best bites of my life. That soft, chewy, custard-like interior coated in a warm chocolate dipping sauce, finished with that grainy crunch from the cinnamon sugar, was enough to put a huge smile across my face. Today we'll be making simple Nutella churros. And if you're watching right now, I hope you'll listen to me when I say this. Follow this simple recipe at home and it will make your day. Actually, I take that back. It'll make your week. Hold on, I gotta go to water.
Heck, it might even make
Get
you.
out. What are you doing? Get out. What are you doing? I'm fired. When it comes to food, I don't like to keep people waiting, so let's get started. We'll start out by baking our choux pastry. It's a classic pastry dough used for things like cream puffs, and that's the foundation of a good churro. First, we'll go into a saucepan with 6 tablespoons of cubed butter, 1/2 cup of milk, 1/2 cup of water, a tablespoon of sugar, a small pinch of salt, and just a little touch of my homemade vanilla extract. A little cooking fun fact, when you add vanilla extract to milk, it makes some sort of beautiful reaction. Now bring this to a simmer over medium heat, waiting till all that butter melts and you see those light bubbles starting to form on the edge with that milk. When that's nice and warm, we add in 1 cup of all-purpose flour and stir vigorously. Once this nice smooth dough has formed, we want to sit this for 5 minutes and let it cool. While we let our churro dough rest, I want to tell you about today's sponsor, Nutella. But first, I want us to get in theme with this holiday sweater. Manny, put it on. Nutella is the delicious hazelnut spread we all know and love. I mean, I love it so much that I have a jar with my name on it, and I've had this for a while. Today, I specifically want to discuss baking with Nutella. I know many of you watching have probably had Nutella on a nice piece of toast with breakfast, but have you ever used it with baked goods? Whether it's used as a spread or incorporated into the actual recipe itself, Nutella lends itself to a variety of applications in the wide, sweet world of baking. Almost as sweet as Manny in this holiday sweater. And wait till the end because you'll have a chance to get one of these sweaters yourself. But if you can believe it, I have something even sweeter than that. Because this holiday season, for 12 days, Nutella will give fans a different ingredient and ask them to share a Nutella creation spotlighting that ingredient. The first day of Nutella might be croissants, while the 6th day of Nutella might be gingerbread, and the 12th day of Nutella could be pizza dough. But it'll all be a huge surprise, and don't ask me for spoilers because even I don't know yet either. What I do know is that every day is a new day to really get into that Nutella spirit. So here's the exciting opportunity I told you about. If you share your creation with hashtag 12 days of Nutella sweeps on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, you could win a Nutella holiday sweater, a clear must-have for any Nutella fan this holiday season. The sweeps will run from November 30th to December 11th. Don't forget to enter for that sweater. And now, back to those churros. Once that dough's had time to rest, I must give it a little spank. Then add on your paddle attachment, then drop in 1 egg and begin to mix. It might look a little bit clumpy at first, but that's okay, just trust it. This whole dough will come together perfectly. Once the first egg has been incorporated, we add in our 2nd egg, then last but not least, that final egg. Now we'll fill up our pastry bag, making sure to use the trick to fold the top such that it doesn't get all dirty and can close nice and cleanly at the end. Once it's neatly packed into our piping bag, we are ready to fry our churros. When you see how I'm frying these things, you are going to lose your mind. It's time to fry, and I have this amazing system set up to do so. This whole situation you're looking at right here was custom designed in Europe, just for you to be able to watch me fry. I'll pipe in about 6-inch pieces of churro into that dough, then come with my scissors and chop it off. I'll do this several times, though I don't want to overcrowd the pan. This has to be one of the coolest things I've ever done with food. We'll let these churros go for about 2 to 3 minutes per side, then once they start getting nice and golden brown, flip them over. Finally, to dip those churros, we're gonna go with a little bit of granulated sugar and some freshly grated cinnamon. Oftentimes, Ceylon cinnamon is what's used for churros, so I'm gonna use a little bit of Ceylon cinnamon powder as well. Now we toss in our churro and sprinkle it with cinnamon sugar. Now, to finish things off, I've filled this funny looking syringe with some good old Nutella. I'm gonna insert that syringe into the end of the churro, then extend it all the way through. Then I'll slowly pull it back as we fill our churro with Nutella. Then when we break it open, we have that Nutella stuffed right down the center. This Nutella syringe just might be my new favorite thing. To finish these off, despite the fact that they're stuffed with Nutella, I've got this amazing, perfect dipping sauce. You know, it's funny. In the last 365 days, I've probably cooked 350 of them. But I have to say, these came out quite well. Using that closed star tip for the piping bag, I got that beautiful pattern on the outside. They seem to have just the right amount of cinnamon sugar, which you can rub right off if you don't want as much. And that Nutella on the inside is fantastic. Let's take a bite and appreciate that crunch. I'll admit it. I don't think any churro I'll ever make will come close to that one that I tried on the street in Mexico. But this comes pretty darn close. Once again, I want to remind you to toss a like on the video and subscribe, and I really truly urge you to try this at home. I don't consider myself a great baker at all, but if you want to take a shallow dive into the world of baking, this is the perfect recipe this holiday season. Happy cooking.